Welcome back to Homebuyer University, and today we're going to be talking about how you can reduce your interest rate, which is also known as a buy down. And we're going to start with the tried and true classic permanent buy down. Andrew, give us the rundown on the buy downs.
A permanent buy down is just that. It's a one-time upfront fee that permanently reduces your interest rate for the entire life of the loan. The cool thing here is you can elect to pay for this, or you can have the seller, in the form of a seller credit, pay for this.
The permanent is a classic, but right now what's kind of trendy is what's called a temporary buy down. A temporary buy down will reduce your interest rate for a shorter period of time, 1, 2, or 3 years. Now this, however, cannot be typically paid for by you. It has to be paid for from the seller. So unlike a permanent buy down, you're drastically reducing your interest rate for a shorter period of time.
With two different types of buy downs, both the permanent and the temporary, how do you choose which one is right for you?
And this is where it takes a little bit of analysis. The permanent buy down is a great long-term option. If you have a good rate and you can reduce that rate and you know you're not going to refinance or move too early, a permanent buy down is a fantastic tool. If you can negotiate that from the seller, even better. If you wanted to pay that money, that also works. The one piece of caution that I'll use with a permanent buy down is you really want to look at your break-even point. How much are we spending to buy that rate down, and how long do we need to keep this loan so we can recoup that upfront investment via the monthly savings that it saves us with that lower rate, and make sure that we're going to hold the loan at least for that amount of time, so we're recouping our funds from that upfront investment to buy that lower rate. A temporary buy down, however, gets to be a little more tricky and a little more nuanced. A temporary buy down is a great solution in a market with high interest rates because it will buy you some time. It will reduce your rate and reduce your payment for a short period of time. And hopefully the market then has its interest rates trend down where you can refinance before that introductory little break kind of runs out. The downside to this one is it has to be primarily paid for from the seller. And so it's something that your agent would have to negotiate on your behalf. Sometimes the sellers might not be open to this, but if they are, it's a fantastic way to save money in the short term before the market corrects itself or interest rates move down so you can refinance.